We are going to discuss module 4, module 5. Okay, some of the activities in module 5 regarding the statistics things that I already shared one video with you, right? Regarding that mean, arithmetic mean, geometric mean, harmonic mean, median, mode, like that. So there is some activities related to that. So just go through that activities. So I will share some of the activities here, just for a reference. So what is arithmetic mean? So we have arithmetic mean, geometric mean, and harmonic mean. Okay, in case of statistics, what we need to study. I will show. So arithmetic mean is nothing but, so we will discuss about arithmetic mean. So I hope all of you go through that video. So just a brief explanation. Arithmetic mean means it is an average of items, right? There are a lot of items are there. You need to find the average. So that is called as arithmetic mean or simply mean. Okay. So how to find the average or average of an items? By adding all the items. If there are x1, x2, x3 up to xn items are there, right? Then we need to find the sum of all items and divide by n, the number of items, right? So we will get an average. So that is arithmetic mean. So that is done. If in this example we are using Excel for doing this mean and all. So take an Excel. I will show you how to perform the operation over Excel. So this is an Excel, right? So if there are some values are there, for example, marks. If you want to find the average of marks, first of all you have to add all the marks and divide by number of individual, right? Number of items. So this is serial number 1, 2, 3, for example. Basically, we are going to explore some of the commands, how to use commands over Excel. Okay, in order to find the things, how to create Excel, how to apply commands or formulas over Excel. That's the thing here. So I hope many of them already knew about that. Okay, for the purpose, I will show you. So marks out of 50, we can say that 23, 45, 35, 49, 39. For example, these are the 5 marks. Okay, if you want to find the average, so we need to use an equal symbol, right? Then we need to find the sum of all the things. So there is a inbuilt functions are the sum. So use sum. Then you need to select all the numbers. Okay, the numbers is from 23 to 39. So just select all the numbers. So we will get that range. That is B2 colon B6. The B2 means, the B is the column name of this Excel, right? So where the value is from B2 to B6. So we need to select entire range from B2 to B6. That is showing like that, B2 colon B6. So then they close the sum function, we will get a sum. So this is the sum of all these values, right? So in order to find the average, we need to divide by it out of 5, right? That is number of items here, right? Just divide by out of 5, we will get the average. So this is the manner we are using the formulas over Excel. Okay, other manner is you can use count also. So count means number of items in that, right? Number of count. Count means here we have 5 items, right? So just count again, instead of statically coding it as 5, we can use a count. Again, count of B2 to B6. Again, we will same access, because the count means we are getting number of items. That is, we are getting 5 here with the help of the count function. Okay, so count is for all the function and count is for getting the count number of items in that list. Okay, so this is a dynamic one. If you use the 5, it is a static one, right? So this is can be increased, right? If a list is 10,000 entries or 12,000 entries, or no, that much of columns are there, that much of rows are there, right? Then we can expand like this, right? B2 to B60. Then we can use B2 to B60. So that much of values must be reside here, right? So that is we are selecting the range. So I hope you got the idea, right? B2 means this is the B, B2, and the last ending is B6. That is B2 to B6. So we need to use an equal to symbol for doing the operation. If you're doing any kind of equation or creating kind of formulas, you know, to apply that formulas, you need to use this equal to symbol. Okay, equal to, then which of the formulas we are going to apply. Okay, so here sum and count other two formulas I just used, right, to get the average. So we are getting the average is average or arithmetic mean is 32.38.2 for this example, right? So that is one of the example, and this is another manner. This is for arithmetic mean calculating for frequency. If you are getting a frequency, that is x1 is a value and it is a frequency, f1 is a frequency, number of times that x1 occurs, right? Then we need to multiply that frequency into that item, then you need to find the summation and divide by all the frequencies. That is the arithmetic mean. If you are getting a frequency also as one of the variable, that is frequency means number of times that item is repeating. Okay, for example, it's very easy to identify the frequency. For example, frequency is nothing but for example, this 23 marks 23 is repeating 5 times. Okay, this is a mark. For example, this mark 23 is repeating 5 times, so frequency is 5, right? So instead of and we can say the mark 45 is repeating 3 times, the frequency is 3, right? So this is same as 23, 23, 23, 5 times 23 and 3 times 45, right? This is both the same, right? So the if you are getting a frequency again here, instead of writing 23 all, what we can do, we can multiply this 23 into 5 plus 45 into 3. We will get an result, right? Then we can divide all divide everything with the help of 5 plus 3, that is 8. So this is same as this arithmetic mean, right? If you are getting frequency, now we can group the frequencies together and we can use multiplication to get the answer based on the frequencies, right? So the answer of this mean is we need to find, we need to multiply this 23 into 5, 45 into 3, then we need to sum. So the sum of what we need to do, we need to use first of all we need to multiply the result here. Okay, so I just use multiply and 23 into 5 here, right? And just scroll down, it will get 45 into 3 here. So we will get the addition here, multiplication here, that is 23 into 5 equal to 115, 45 into 3 equal to 135. Then just we add these two things and divided by sum of frequencies. This we get the answer as 31.25. This is the arithmetic mean of this thing. Now this is very straightforward. That is, if there are 20 marks, 23 is repeated 5 times, we can call as the frequency is 5, and 45 is repeating 3 times. Okay, so this is same as like this, right? 23. Is repeating 5 times and 45 is repeating 3 times, like this, right? So what we are doing sum of everything here and divided by 8. Same thing happen with the help of frequency also, right? Here instead of this we are getting a frequency 5 and we are multiplying 3 into 5. This is the answer of multiplication, and we are adding these two and divided by number of frequencies, 5 plus 3, sum of frequencies, right? So we will get the answer here. Okay, so this is same like this, right? So sum of this values divided by count of these values. Right? Same value, we will get the same arithmetic mean, right? So this is another equation if you are getting a frequency. So both are same, mathematically both are same, and we are getting a different equation. That is, we have another frequency, we need to use this. So this is easy manner rather than doing like this, right? So this is easy one. So this is the arithmetic mean. I hope all of you do know the basic arithmetic mean. It's clear, right? Arithmetic mean. അമല്ലേ ഇവിടെ ഒന്ന് ശ്രദ്ധിക്കോ ഫുള്ള് ഈ അമിത വന്നപ്പോ ഫുള്ള് അമ്മലിന് സംസാരമാണല്ലോ ഇതൊക്കെ റെക്കോർഡ് ആവുന്നുണ്ട് അല്ലേ വേറെ എനിക്കറിയില്ല ഓക്കെ ഇത് ക്ലിയർ ആയോ ഇറ്റ്സ് എനി ഡൗട്ട്സ് റിഗാർഡിംഗ് arithmetic mean ഗൈസ് യെസ് ആർന്നോ ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടോന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ ഇതൊക്കെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് തന്നെ പഠിക്കാനല്ലേ ഉള്ളൂ അല്ലേ വളരെ ഈസി അല്ലേ ഓക്കെ so arithmetic means just average, finding average. Okay, so let's go for geometric mean. So what is geometric mean? So equation, I just should give the equation. It's not clear in this document. Yeah. So this is a geometric mean. Okay, if you have three values, then to find the geometric mean, we need to multiply these three values together. Then we need to get the root, cube root of three values. That is, if there is n items are there, we need to multiply all n items. Then we need to find out the power of all n items. That is 1 by n. Square root of that is nth root of multiplication of all the values. If there are n items are there, we need to multiply all the values. Then we need to find the nth root, or we can say that the power of 1 by n. Okay, here three items are there. To find the geometry mean, we need to multiply these three items, three values. Then we need to find the power of 1 by 3 here, right? That is cube root of these three. So that value is 16. So that is geometric mean. Geometry mean means getting the mean with the help of this multiplication and the power. Okay, so this is different from arithmetic mean. In some cases we need to use geometric mean. So if there are 5 items are there, so in order to find the geometric mean of 1, 3, 9, 27 and 81, there are 5 items are there. What we need to multiply these 5 items. We will get value as 59049. Then we need to find the fifth root, or the power of 1 by 5. That is the value is 9. So this is the geometric mean of the things. So if you get the 9, so what is the 9 means if you are multiplying 9 into 5 times 9 into 9 into 9 into 9, that is equal to 59049, because that is a geometric mean. So average means we are getting the ordinary average, right? So here this is a geometric mean. If you are getting the result out of 5 items, then if you are multiplying the same value is like this. For example, we have 5 items are there, right? So we are getting geometric means 9. Then 9 into 9 into that 9 into multiple with 5 times. Then our result will be same as 59049. So that is the geometric mean, the concept of geometric mean. Okay, so we are getting a geometric mean 16 here, right? So that is mean that 16 into 16 into 16 is 4096. That is, we can create a box like this: 16 length, 16 width, and 16 height. Okay, so both are same in case of geometric mean. So in Excel we have direct equation to find the geometric mean. So if you want to find the geometric mean of these 3 items, let's show you geometry mean. There is a direct equation, geo mean of select all these 5 items. We will get the geometry mean as 36.9874. Okay, so in order to find the geometry mean, we have direct function called geomean. We can directly use that function to get the mean or geometric mean of the values between these things. Okay, so this, I hope you got the idea of geometric mean. So this is the example of geometry mean. If we're having 3 or more values, we need to multiply all the values, then we need to find the power of 1 by of number of values. Okay, if there are 5 values, we need to find after the multiplication, we need to find the 5th root, like that. Okay, or power of 1 by 5. So that is geometric mean, and next one is harmonic mean. So harmonic mean, the formula of harmonic mean is like this. For example, if we have n items, then we need to n divided by 1 by x1 plus 1 by x2 plus 1 by x3 up to 1 by xn. So this is the equation to find out harmonic mean. Okay, so these are the things we need for statistic analysis. Sometimes we need to find geometric mean, sometimes we need to find arithmetic mean or harmonic mean, like that. So that's the basic thing. So we have to study the concept also. So it is clear, right? First two is clear, right? Arithmetic and geometry mean. So next we can go for harmonic. So this is an example of harmonic mean. So actually it's a practical explanation of harmonic mean when we need to find harmonic mean, like that. For example, if in this case, this example saying that, so this is in your document, lab manual document. I will share this lab manual and all the things related to module 5 also, so you can check with this lab manual parallelly. Okay. Okay, I will share entire document relating to your course. So here, idea is when we need to find harmonic mean or when we need to find arithmetic mean. So this is an example showing. So let's say you are driving a car and traveling to some other town. So total time for your journey is 4 hours. Okay. So out of which you drive at the speed 60 km per hour during first hour and 50 km per hour during the second hour. Okay. And during third hour your speed is 100 km per hour, and during fourth hour you are 40 km per hour. That is, you are going and you have 4 hours, and we are splitting, you know, your each hour drive with the help of speed. Okay, so first hour 60 km per hour, second hour 50 km per hour, third 100, and fourth 40, right? So if you want to find the average speed, why we need to divide all the things, right? 60 plus 450 plus 100 plus 40 divided by 4. So this is your average speed. So that is, we are finding the mean, direct mean, to get the average speed here. Okay, so this is because we already knew that journey is 4 hours, it is fixed. Okay, and the first hour the speed is defined. First hour speed is 60, second hour speed, like that, already defined per hour, right? So if you want to get the average speed, basically directly we can go for arithmetic mean. So the second question is where is that? Yeah, the second manner is, let's say the information in the first half of the time we are not giving per hour like that. Okay, so we are only giving that first half of your time you drive at a speed of 55.5 km per hour, and next second half at the speed of 70 km per hour. Okay, so in that case, we need to use harmonic mean in order to find the average speed. The difference is that here it is not given the time limit. Time is not fixed. Only giving the first half and second half. Okay, the first half your speed is 55.5, and your second half your speed is 70 km per hour. So average is doesn't getting by using arithmetic mean, that is 55.5 plus 70 divided by 2. That's not the correct average. Okay, because in order to find the average over the speed, we need to get the speed per hour, specifically on the time basics. Here the time is not specifically given. The time is just saying that first half and second half, like that. Okay, so in order to get the correct average, here we need to find the harmonic mean instead of arithmetic mean. But in the above case, it is defined, the time is defined, that is the total time of your journey is defined as 4 hours. That is, journey is defined 4 hours. Okay, here the time of the total time of journey is not defined. Okay, for example, that is, if you're told, for example, it may be like that, right? If you're going to a distance of 160 kilometer, if you want to go to a specific area, right, once up to 160 kilometers, you can go in different manner, right? That is, you can go 55.5 kilometer thing, right, per hour for 100 kilometer. Then we can go for 70 kilometers speed rest of the 55 kilometer, right? In that manner all we can go. So actual average is not divided by 2. Okay, because that hour is not properly given. Okay, so in order to find, in that case, in order to find the average, in order to get the better average, we are going for harmonic mean. So harmonic mean means, so what's the equation of harmonic mean? That is n divided by 1 by x1 plus 1 by x2 plus like that, right? Here the n is number of item is 2. So 2 divided by 1 by 55.5 plus 1 by 70. So that is the harmonic mean, and we will get harmonic mean as 61.91. So this is the equation, right? There is no direct equation. So you have to do with the help of this 2 divided by 1 by, this is b, right? 1 by b5 to get this value plus 1 by b6. Okay, then we will get harmonic mean as 61.91. So this is not the average. If you are getting the actual mean 55.5 plus 70 divided by 2, the value is different. Okay, so we can't directly go for arithmetic mean because the time limit is not defined. The time is not fixed. Just saying that first half and second half like that. So first half you can go for, you can take any time. For example, if you cover the first half, sometimes you take 2 hours. Then if you cover the second half, you can take, sometimes you can take only 1 hour, right? So if the time is not properly given, we can't go for average. We can't simply go for arithmetic mean. We need to use for harmonic mean in that case. So I hope you got the concept, right? So this is the equation. There are 2 items are there, 2 divided by 1 by first item plus 1 by second items. So this is the harmonic mean. Is that clear? Arithmetic, geometric and harmonic mean. Any questions? Any questions? So we need to study some concept things. We need to study AM, GM, HM, right? Harmonic mean. These three things are clear, right? Harmonic mean, geometry mean, and arithmetic mean. Any questions? Any questions in law, guys? Clear ആയില്ലേ? Doubts ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ചോദിക്കേ. അമൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും ഡൗട്ട്സ് ഉണ്ടോ? അമൽ, ജിതിന്, വേറെ ആർക്കെങ്കിലും ഡൗട്ട്സ് ഉണ്ടോ? ലിനി, അനുമോൾ, അമിത? Just go for next one. Next one is median and mode. Okay, so what is median means? We have the, okay, Median means finding the middle of the item. That is, first we need to sort all the values, then find the middle of the item. That is median. Okay. For example, the median of these these five values is, first we need to sort these values in ascending order, right? So 20 after 23, it will come 35, then 39, 45, 49, right? So median is 39 in this scenario, right? So if you want to find the median, you have direct equation function median. So use that function median of, then select all the marks here, that is B2 to B6. So we will get the answer as 39. So what happens that in case of median, it will solve the entire list using ascending order, then it will find the center element. Okay, if the number of elements is odd number, okay, here the number of elements 5, right? It is odd number, right? So there is only one center element. If the number of elements is an even number, you will get two center elements. So median is the average of that two numbers. Okay. If there are, for example, if there are 6 or 8 numbers are there, that is, if there are even numbers, then to know the median is average of the two numbers in the center. Okay. If there is number of items are in odd, then we have only one median in the center, right? We have only one element in the center to divide two partition, right? So that is the median. If even number, you need to find the average of two things. So that is automatically calculated with the help of this median function. You can use median function here. So there are two things, right? We discussed about the sum function, count function, and in order to find the geometric mean, we have a geomean function, and in order to find the median, you have median function, right? Rest all of the equation you need to use one by same mathematical things you need to use. There is no defined function there. So that is median. And what is mode? So next one is mode. You need to find the mode. So mode is most repeated element. That is called as mode. If there are n elements are there, we need to find the most repeated element. So that element is considered as mode. Okay. So we have direct equation. For example, in this case, to find mode, you can directly use function mode. The mode of this is 23 because 23 is the most repeating item from this list. So mode means to get the most repeating item from the given list, that is mode. Okay. Then we have two more things in case of the statistics, that is mean and variance and standard deviation. Okay. So I hope you got an idea about the mode and median, difference between mode, median, arithmetic mean, geometry mean, like that, right? So mode is simply the most repeated item in the list, that is mode. And median, to find the median, we need to sort that list in ascending order, then find the middle item. If there are even numbers, even number of items are there, then we need to find the average of the two middle items, that is median. So next one is most important, that is standard deviation and variance. So I will show you the what is variance. So this is the equation. Things. Yeah, we can use this example. So this is a very easy example. So standard deviation. So the standard deviation means it is a measure of how spread out numbers are. Okay. So with the help of one example I will show you what is standard deviation, and it is represented with sigma, symbol sigma, and it is the square root of variance. So if you find the variance, then in order to find the standard deviation, just want to find the square root. Square root of the variance is standard deviation, and it is represented with the help of sigma. Okay, so then what is variance? The variance is average of square differences from the mean. Average of square differences from the mean. That is, if there are 5 items are there, so I will show you. This is an example. This is an example of different dogs or having different heights. Okay, so please make sure to understand this example clearly. Okay, so this is very important to find the standard deviation and variance. For if you are if you're dealing with data analytics and all, we need to find standard deviation and variance because there are a lot of use for that. Okay, so this is the images of different size dogs, right? So first dog, height is more than 600, and second dog is approximately 600, right? And third dog height is approximately 300, like that. We have different heights are there, right? For example, the height is given here. The first dog height is up to the okay, here the height is considered up to the head. Okay, it's not above the head, up to head it's considered, up to the shoulder it is considered the height. Okay, so the first dog height is 600 is given, right? So the first dog is height 600 and second dog is 470, third dog is 170, like that. So the mean is the average. So mean is arithmetic mean. So if you are simply saying mean, that is corresponding to arithmetic mean. Okay, so mean is finding average of all these heights. So we have given the height in millimeters and we are finding the average. So average of height is 394. That is the mean. So we get the mean, right? So here you can see the height is labeled as in red mark. Okay, this height is the red mark for each dog. And we find the mean, and that mean is represented with this green line. So mean is 394, right? So mean is close to 400. So this is the green line that is close to 400. Okay, so that is represented to find this is the mean, and these are the all heights. So the from mean we can say that the mean is 394, right? From mean the height of the first dog is 600. So difference between this mean and this height is 206, right? And the second dog is difference is 76, and third dog is difference is minus 224, right? And fourth dog is minus 36 and sorry, plus 36, and last dog is minus 94. So we are getting the difference of dog height based on the mean. Okay, so variance is we are finding out the difference and we are squaring this difference and finding the mean of these differences. So we are getting the difference here, right? Then we are finding the mean of squared mean of differences. So we first of all square this difference. So why we are going to squaring this? In order to make the negative value positive. Okay, we need to make it square. So this is the squared differences. So mean of squared differences. So we find the difference and find the square of that difference. Then we find the mean. So the square difference, the mean of square difference is called as variance. So that is defined here, right? Square differences from the mean. Okay, so initially we find the mean. After finding mean, we find the differences. Then we find the squared of these differences, mean of squared of these differences, right? So that is the square of each differences. Then we find the mean out of this, an average out of this. So we will get variance as 21,704. So that is variance, and variance is the, in order to find the standard deviation means square root of variance, right? So sigma equal to square root of variance, that is 147. So we will get 147 means, So 147 is the standard spread between each dog. Okay, for example, first dog now approximately it's plus 147, right? So this is spread from the height between dogs. Okay, that is this is the mean minus 147, mean plus 147. So that is the spread of values of height of the dogs. Okay, that is the range is between mean plus or minus standard deviation. So that is a range where the height of the dog exists. So we are finding the spread, how much the spread of each across the given values, right? So that is standard deviation. The equation of standard deviation is just the measure of how spread out the numbers are. The numbers here is height of dogs, right? So how the spread of the height of dogs are, that is how much the height of dogs are differ from each other, or what is the range of that height of dogs, right? So that is getting with the help of this standard deviation. So here this is a sample example how to find the standard deviation with this thing, right? So we can say that with the help of the standard deviation we are getting the value as 147. That is the spread of this height of the dog is between mean plus 147 and mean minus 147. So all of the height is maximum number of height will comes under that range. Okay, so that is the way we need to, if you want to find, if there are a lot, in this case only 5 items are there, right? But if you are doing data analytics, we have 10,000 or thousands of items will be there in each column, right? So in order to, we need to find the standard deviation to identify the spread of items. Or if you find some item is outside the largely outside the standard deviation thing, that is we need to find the outliers. So outliers means most of the ages. For example, if you are getting the data of an age of a student, okay, the age of the student mostly comes between so for example, if you are considered high school student, that is students in 8, 9 and 10, right? The age is mostly comes between 13 to 16 or 17 maximum, right? So the age of the student is not more than 20 or 25 or 100 or 80, right? So if the data is some of the age of students will get 25 or 35, we can say that these are outliers or these are error data. So some kind of errors will occur while fetching the data. Okay, so we need to remove that error data with the help of the standard deviation and all. So if you find the standard deviation, find out the range of the age, because the range, if the range if we find based on that range, most of the students will come in that range. If there is any one of them student is getting very far from that range, we can say that that is an outlier. We need to remove that from our existing data in order to do the proper data processing. So that's everything, with the help of standard deviation we can find out these outliers and all. Okay, is it clear? It's clear, right? Standard deviation, the concept of standard deviation variance. Any questions? I hope it is all covered in that video also. Just repeating same thing with the help of another example. So this is the equation of standard deviation. So standard deviation is the square root of variance. So we need to find the variance. So variance is mean minus we find the mean, and mean minus the difference height, right? So square of the mean divided by square of the difference divided by number of items, right? So the equation of that is given in here. Example, this is the equation. Okay, sigma xi minus mu. Mu is the mean. Mean is represented, arithmetic mean is represented with the help of mu here. So xi, each item minus mean, the difference of each item, then square, right? If there are n items are there, then we need to find the difference of n item, all the items with respect to mean, and we need to find the square, and we need to sum the all value. That is a summation here, right? Then we need to divide all the value with number of items. That we will get the variance. Variance is sigma square in order to get the standard deviation, we need to find out the root of this variance. Okay, so here we have a direct value. If you want to find the variances, there is a direct option is there to find the variance and find the standard deviation. So in order to find the standard deviation, I think already there is an STD, yeah, there is standard deviation is there. Okay, so we have if you find the standard deviation of this data, so this is the standard deviation 10.05982. Or we can use directly go for this formula to find out the standard deviation. Okay, so there are two kind of standard deviations are there if you are going for this standard deviation. So one is P, stdev dot P, and the other one is stdev dot S. Okay, I will show you. So this, there is some difference in the calculation based on that. So one is for sampling purpose, one is your entire population. For what is so you can see that stdev.p, okay, calculate standard deviation based on entire population, and stdev.s calculate standard deviation based on sample. So what is the between the sample and population? Any idea what is sample and what is population? So population is entire thing. If there are, for example, if you are getting a details of 1 million of students, we are collecting all the values of 1 million of students. That is population. Okay. The sample means we are taking a sample out of that population. That is, we are taking some example. For example, if there are 1 million of students are there, in order of taking all the population, all the data inside that, we are only selecting, for example, per se 1,000 or 5,000 items, 5,000 student details. We are only selecting 5,000 students out of it. That is, we are taking only a sample out of this entire population. Okay, so if there is, if you are selecting a sample, then we are using STS. If you are applying our entire population, then we are using stdev.p. Okay, same case in case of variance also for entire population and for sample. Okay, that is while using a sample, they are using some other value to make it some other probability thing also in order to make that in applicable for entire population. Okay. But in case of population, the same equation, we studied one equation, right? The same equation is applying to find the population because we are considering all the items in the given population. Okay, it's not based on the based on the complete values. So that is the difference. The standard deviation, two kinds of in case of Excel, one is for entire population and one is for the samples given. Okay. So output will be different if you are using apply on the same thing. Okay. Okay. So better to go for the population if you are considering we have not taken the samples, right? This is our population. This is our entire data. Then directly go for the P version. And so that is standard deviation and variance. Any question? Okay, just show standard deviation of P over all these numbers and the variance. variance also, variance of all these numbers. Okay. So we get 80.96. The square root of variance is standard deviation, right? So 80.96 is close to 81. You can just come 81. The square root of 81 is 9, right? So standard deviation is close to 9, right? So we get the standard deviation and variance. These are statistical things we need to study. That is uh, ordinary mean, that is arithmetic mean, geometry mean, harmonic mean, median, mode, standard deviation, and variance. So you have to know about all the difference between every and logic must be clear because we need to use these things while doing operation over data and all. Okay, so that is the basic of statistic analysis. Okay. I shared the document and lab manuals, everything with you. Just go through this lab manual and you have find some activity 1 and 2. Okay, just go for activity 1 and 2. So activity, we are discussing about activity 4 to activity 8 and all the activities 1, 2, 3. You just go through with activities 1, 2, 3 and 4 up to 1, 2, 3. Okay, first 3 activities just go through by yourself. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can directly ask to me. Okay, I will share these documents with you. Just go through the first 3 activities also by yourselves. Okay. Then we will take based on the assessment. Sometimes we don't have class tomorrow. Okay, I will share the details of the assessment today. So just study for the assessment also. Okay. Any questions? Is any questions during in this session regarding what we studied, right? Based on mean, median, mode, variance, and standard deviation. Any questions? So just go through these things, all activities up to 8. Okay. So I discussed from 4 to 8 here. You just go through the first 3 activities by yourself. Just complete all 8 activities by yourself with the help of the Excel and all. Okay. If you have any queries, you can directly ask. I will share this document now itself. Okay. Is that okay? And also study the tomorrow session regarding the assessment. So please make sure you studied all the assessments. Go through that question bank and all. Okay. So also complete that course, statics. One course I shared related statistics, right? So please complete that course and share the certificates. Okay. So I need to submit. No, you have to complete 1 or 2 courses in every week, like that. Okay, from the order they are saying that you have to complete 1 or 2 courses in every week. So please complete that course also. That is statistic course that I shared through WhatsApp, right? So please complete that course and also share the certificates related to that. Okay. So I'm stop recording this one. Just go through the activities now itself, and if you find any queries, you can directly ask. Okay.